what's up YouTube? It's King Vita here, and I'm back with another review. And this time, I'm reviewing the Hasbro Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Iron Man 2020. If you hear some noise in the background, that's my dog barking. But let's take a look at the packaging. So this is Marvel Legends series Iron Man 2020. On the side of the packaging, you have Iron Man. On the back of the packaging, you have your obligatory product shot. There's a bio if you want to read that. On the other side, you have that exact same picture, actually, on each side. And there's warning, please do not eat anything in this box because this is very dangerous. Hasbro, Marvel. There's the bottom, and there's a top. You got an Iron Man logo right there. So that's pretty cool. It's a Marvel Legends standard, just like every other Marvel Legends. So there is Iron Man 2020. And he looks pretty good, I gotta say. Very nice. Let's take a closer look at him. Stand. There you go. Stand. Let me zoom in here. There you go. Got his eyes right there. You can actually see his eyes. Very cool. Oh, he got his teeth. Yeah, his mask actually has teeth. I don't know, this to me looks like I want to say like a punk rock look to him. Got the gears. That's very cool. The gold and the red really bring out the look of this figure. This is more of a I don't know, it kind of looks like a crimson red, you know. Or on the back. That looks nice. Got the gold painted arms, gold painted legs as well. Very cool. Articulation-wise, as always, some Marvel Legends figures, or most of them, have the same articulation. They're built the same. Head is on a ball joint. Can look up that far. Can look down that far. Could do a full 360. Could do all that. Head tiltage, not so much, just slightly, because, you know, it is on a ball joint. Arms could do a full 360, and there are no ratchet joint, but it doesn't click. Here, let me see if I can actually, let's see if you can actually hear that. No, I don't think you can. But either way, it is ratchety. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Wrist swivel, as well as a pivot. Wrist pivot. Okay. He does have an ab crunch that can go that far. And can go back that far. Legs. Oh, he does have a waist movement. I almost forgot. He does have a waist movement. Legs can go forward that far. Can go back straight because of his the way his butt is made. He has swivel at the thigh, double jointed knees. He also has foot movement right here. No toe articulation, but his boot moves side to side. His foot goes up that far, down that far, and he has ankle pivot. So there is quite a lot of articulation on him. Very nice. I do like the very aesthetics of this character. But before we get into that, let's take a moment here and fix his leg. And as always, we'll measure him, and he is almost at the 7-inch mark. I want to say 6.5 inches. 6.5 inches tall. So he's almost at the 7-inch mark. Almost. But not quite. Honestly, I really like this character. I've never even, I love the look of this character. I've never really heard of Arno Stark until I did some research. And for those of you who are comic book fans, you probably know who Arno Stark is. But if you don't know who this guy is, essentially, he is, well, his name is Arno, A-R-N-O, Arno Stark. And he first appeared on Iron Man number 12, which came out in September of 2013. And apparently he's from Earth 8410. And he's the first cousin once removed of Morgan Stark, who is Tony Stark's cousin. If anybody actually has seen Avengers Endgame, you guys would know who that is. But yeah, that's a little comic book geekage. I do like his steampunk. He looks like a steampunk type of character. And all this is removable. All of this is, well, this isn't removable. This is just loose. But I think this is. I'm not sure. I'm not even going to try and remove this because I might, break the figure. No, I can. Oh, okay, never mind. So this is removable. So let me take this off and show you what he looks like without this. So there is Arno Stark without his extra armor. I don't even know what this is used for. But it's there. Because you can take this off and take it back on. I like his arc reactor. They made it look like a plastic see-through ball. Let's take a closer look at that. Really interesting design choice. Very cool. And he also has these two little golden or yellow painted things. I'm pretty sure he uses these to attack. I don't know. I probably need to read the comic, but I need to go back and read the comic again. But yeah, there's a lot of people that know who this guy is more than I do, so there's that. Let me put this back. There you go. Nice. And he does come with accessories. Besides this, because it's removable. He comes with 2 extra sets of hands. And they're open palms. And each of them have a little hole indentation there. And I'll show you what that's for later on. Same thing with this one. And these aren't painted. These are molded in lines. The hand is molded like that. So that's cool. So let me take this off. And they're actually on really, really long pegs. Same thing with this one. Okay, this one goes here. And this one goes here. They're relatively easy to pop off and pop on, yeah, as opposed to other figures I've reviewed. So it's a nice change of pace. And he comes with effects. He comes with 6 effect pieces. We'll take a look at these first. These are his feet. You know, the fire that comes out of his feet when he flies. And these go like this. One here. And each foot will have a port there on the heel. And like I said, that's where these go. There you go. And you can actually make him look like he's flying. And that's where these come in. You could, you could totally play around with this. You know, if you have a kid, you could totally play around with this. It's completely safe. There's nothing sharp about this figure at all. Although these can, you know, be dangerous, but they're not sharp. They're not that pointy. As a matter of fact, they're flexible. See, they're flexible plastic. You have these right here. And these are taking off pieces. You know, the effect that is created when something is taking off for flight. Yeah. So you can take these, and there's a hole here right up top where these things don't really peg into, but they just, you know, they just sit there. Same thing with this one. You know, and you got to keep it steady, otherwise he will fall. Come on. Don't fall. Don't fall on me. There you go. And that looks interesting. That looks very cool. You know, you could essentially keep him as a statue. See if I could do this. See if I could do this without him falling over. Please don't fall. And then you have these right here. There you are. Then you have these right here, which are his repulsor blasts. And these go on the palms of his hands. They fit on either palm, so it really doesn't matter where you put them. There's this one. And then there's this one. And I gotta say, this is really good. He looks really good. You could have him as a display piece. I don't know about you, but I think this is a very nice toy. This doubles as a figure to play with, as well as a statue, you know, as a display piece. Sorry about the camera movement. That is really cool. That is incredible. Let me take this off. Or you could take that off and have him just firing repulsor blasts. Just like that. See? Great idea that they thought of this. Hold on, let me see if I can get him in a pose here where, yeah, let me see if I can get him in a pose. There you go. That is amazing. Right there. That is so cool. With the effect pieces and the, you know, the repulsor effect piece blast. That just looks really good on your shelf. You know, if you're looking for a steampunk type Iron Man, this is definitely one you should get. Very nice. And I do like the fact that the mask itself has eyebrows. Or at least they look like they're eyebrows. They're molded into the mask. And that's not yellow paint. That's like golden paint. There's a lot of sparkle on it too. I don't know if the camera will catch it, but yeah, the gold has sparkle on it. Very nice. Also, I wanted to mention, for those of you that are interested about information, this right here, I saw this and it immediately blew me away. This little thing here reminded me of I don't know if this was intentional or not, but it reminds me of the glaive. Now, what is the glaive? Well, it's like it's a weapon. I don't know if anybody's seen a movie called Krull, K-R-U-L-L, and it came out in 1983, and it literally, to me, it looks like the glaive weapon that they used in that Krull movie. I don't know, I just thought I'd point that out. I don't know, just an interesting tidbit there, but okay. But yeah, very, very nice figure. I definitely enjoy it. And also the fact that you can customize him as much as you want, because, you know, I don't know if this is removable, but I wouldn't remove it because it's a little tougher. This, however, as I just showed you, this is removable, so, you know, you could take this off. You can, for you guys that customize figures, you could take this off and paint it, and, you know, you have a completely different custom Arno Stark. Up to you, totally up to you. Now, for size comparison. Here he is next to Optimus Prime. He's slightly, very slightly, a hair shorter than Optimus. Yeah, just a tiny hair shorter than Optimus. Here he is next to my favorite character ever created, Lord Beerus. And he's taller than Lord Beerus, but if you count the ears, he's the exact same height. Here he is next to Spider-Gwen. Marvel Select Spider-Gwen. And since this is a Marvel figure, I might as well just, you know, compare him with another Marvel figure. Even though they're not in the same, they're from the same company, Marvel, but they're not from the same toy line. And because he's back and I need him, sadly. Refractor. The Refractor, he doesn't tower, quote unquote, over Refractor, but Refractor does reach about his, just slightly above his bicep. Yoink. No. Not now. Stop going around in a circle. No. 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 Back up. Stay. Good Refractor. Don't move. No. So, there is Arno Stark, Iron Man 2020. He is a Walgreens exclusive. So, right now, I'm sure the only place you could get him is at Walgreens. But if I find him anywhere else, I will leave you guys a link. Excuse me. I will leave you a link as to where you can find him anywhere else. If he is available anywhere else. Usually when it says Walgreens exclusive, that doesn't necessarily mean Walgreens is the only place you can find him. You can find him at pretty much anywhere if you happen to run across him. I definitely recommend him. He's a great figure to have. And, you know, his, if you guys like Iron Man and you guys want to collect every version of Iron Man out there, this one is really good. This is a very good Iron Man figure to have in your collection. And he's a very little, unless you're like a really big Marvel fan, you know, you wouldn't know who this guy is because, you know, he hasn't been in the MCU. He's a very relatively unknown character from the Marvel Universe. Once again, I will leave you guys with a bit of information so you guys can look him up. Arno Stark, and he is a relative of... He's the first cousin once removed of Morgan Stark, who is Tony Stark's cousin. Again, like I said, if you guys seen Endgame, you'll understand who this guy is. And for my comic book nerds out there, geeks, again, he first appeared in Iron Man number 12 that came out in September of 2013. So, there's that. And he's from Earth 8410. For you comic book Marvel fans out there. But yeah, that is basically it for this guy right here. Other than that information and, you know, these pieces, he looks really nice as a display piece, to be honest. He looks more like, he feels like a display piece rather than a toy. But he is a toy. You can play with this guy. This guy was meant to be played with. So, that's pretty much everything about this guy. So I think that's pretty much it. So there is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Iron Man 2020. And this King Vita saying, laters.